Welcome back, hockey fans. And the Panthers just put a beating, an absolute beating on the Tampa Bay Lightning, winning Game 5 tonight by a score of 6-1, closing out the series at 4-1. And wow, the Battle of Florida wasn't much of a battle. And the Tampa Bay Lightning, who've been there before, won all the way and won 2 cups. Couldn't get it done. The Panthers are back. They are for real. And they take this series, and they're going on to the next round. The one thing I would like to point out about this series is that the Florida Panthers have an absolute game breaker, game changer, series changer, and ultimately franchise changer in Matthew Tkachuk. When the Panthers brought Matthew Tkachuk in, that was the beginning of everything. The complete turnaround for them. They went to the Cup, obviously, miracle run last year, and couldn't get it done, but they're looking dangerous this year, and I have them in my bracket going to the finals and losing to Edmonton, but them winning a Cup would not surprise me in the least bit, and there's a new big brother in the state of Florida, and it's the Panthers. The Tampa Bay Lightning now seem, cheers to everybody, what an interesting series. And this is, to me, the pretty much official end of the Tampa Bay Lightning dynasty as we knew it. You know, Stammer is going to be a free agent. Some of their guys are getting older. They obviously have Vasilevsky, but the team is nowhere near the team that won the Cup twice. And now where do they go from here? I mean, there's so many questions I think I have if I'm a Lightning fan after a series like this. I mean, is there a chance that Cooper gets fired? I mean, wow, if Cooper gets fired, do the Devils talk to him? I mean, listen, the one thing I will say is if I'm in charge of the New Jersey Devils head coaching hunt, I am interviewing tons of people. I'm interviewing tons of people. I'd like to see their input, what their analysis of the team was, what their analysis of the team last year was, you know, where they think we are right now, what they think the needs of the team. Obviously, we're not going to be given all this information in a communication between the coaching candidates and Tom Fitzgerald, but I'm sure he'll talk about some of it at some point. And the reality is I am spending exhausting amounts of time interviewing every candidate I think that could be a fit. And if Jon Cooper was to be fired, again, I'm not starting the rumor that this is happening. I'm just thinking out loud. Is it possible the Lightning move on from Jon Cooper and go in another direction? It's quite possible. And if that does happen, if I'm Tom Fitzgerald, welcome to the list, Jon Cooper. I am literally not leaving any stones unturned. I'm turning over every possible head coach candidate stone. Jon Cooper, if he gets released by the Lightning, is 1,000% on my list to at least talk to and pick his brain before hiring a head coach. I don't want to see the Devils do what Buffalo did, and no disrespect to Buffalo and Lindy, but I don't want to see them just make a quick kind of trigger-happy hire, and a lot of the fans they didn't even interview anybody else. And I don't want to see that happen with the Devils, and so I would like to see them not take forever to do it, but do their due diligence and really scour the planet looking for the guy that they think could take this team to the promised land. But with that being said, this is a very telling series. The Lightning, pretty much their run is over. It was a miraculous run for them. What a team. I mean, wow, for their core guys to get the 2 cups, I mean, it's a beautiful thing. The third one I'm sure they would have really liked. And for a while it seemed like they could have won another one, in their near future. But the reality is the team gets gutted with trades, free agency, yada, yada. It's hard to stay on top in this league for a long time. Teams have been able to kind of reinvent themselves over time, and you've seen that in Pittsburgh and some other places, but it's not an easy league to do that with, the money these guys are getting paid and with the cap. And so it's a constant revolving door with some of your players. But when you have a solid nucleus, you can kind of tinker. You could tweak from season to season, and that's where the Devils are right now. Fitzgerald needs to get under the hood of this thing and do some fine-tuning and some tweaking because we need some pieces, and I think a lot of them are going to be out there in free agency. But back to the series, yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to say. Panthers just steamrolled them, 4-1, move on to the next round, and a lot of question marks surrounding the Lightning. I don't know, but that brings me to the point of, is Cooper possibly going to get moved? What's going to happen with Stammer? And there's all these question marks, and it seems like this could be the last time we see this Lightning group together the way you saw them tonight. I do think there is a very good chance that Stammer goes elsewhere. Obviously, he's the captain there, and I'm sure he loves Tampa. But, the reality is it seems like they had their run, and he might be looking for a new opportunity. And I will be the first to say, and again, this is not starting a rumor or whatever. It's just more thinking, hoping, wishing out loud. So as a fan, I'm going to hope and wish out loud about a lot of things. I'm not going to come on here and wish about complete nonsense. I'm not going to make a video, I wish we could get Connor McDavid. That's ridiculous. I would never waste my time or yours. I respect your time and my time too much to make a video about something like that, because that is completely preposterous and never happening. But I will certainly indulge and dabble in the somewhat pipe dreams, but rooted in realism. So what I mean by that is, the whole Brady Tkachuk thing, that might be a pipe dream, but it's rooted in realism. There is something there. It does make sense from many angles. And so it's, for me to talk about it, it's something that should happen and it's sensible. And so whenever those things come together, I can't rule it out completely and say it's absurd, akin to saying I want to get Connor McDavid. That's absurd. The Brady Tkachuk thing, not so much. And that is where I classify the Steven Stamkos situation. Steven Stamkos would be an absolute beautiful addition to this current New Jersey Devils team. I mean, wow. Obviously, it comes down to economics and what is he looking to make. If he's looking to sign a team-friendly deal, I will tell you right now, if this man truly cares about winning and wants to win another cup before his illustrious career comes to an end, there are not too many places that could accommodate and provide the chance of winning a cup like the New Jersey Devils can, and that's a fact. So, Stammer, this is the open recruitment and the sales pitch to Steven Stamkos. Stammer, we could use a guy like you in New Jersey desperately. You will love it here. You will come here. You will mentor these kids. You will show them how to win. You will show them how to be a pro. You will put them under your wings, and you will bring them to the promised land by bringing your leadership and your vast knowledge of the game to our locker room, on and off the ice, and you bring these boys to the promised land. I don't need to give you the roster of guys, but you know who we have here. We have a lot of talent in the lineup, and you're going to have a great opportunity to win another cup here. And you would immediately become a legend in your second NHL franchise. You've been a legend for years in Tampa Bay. You have the chance to come to New Jersey and kind of create a new winning culture here that we so desperately need, and you would immediately become a New Jersey Devils legend. Legend in two franchises. Steven Stamkos, the New Jersey Devils, should really be in your thoughts. You should really consider it as a destination. And I could talk in terms of geographically. The arena is 15, 20 minutes right outside the city. A lot of the guys live in Jersey City, Hoboken area. Beautiful, beautiful little New Jersey cities right near the arena, right near New York City. We have beaches about an hour away. I'm not gonna bullshit and say they're anywhere near as nice as the Florida beaches, but we have beaches, and some beaches are better than no beaches. A lot of NHL cities will give you zero beaches. We got some beaches, mediocre beaches in New Jersey, and I think you would really assimilate well here, Stammer. I really do. I think you could be one of the last few missing puzzle pieces to get this franchise to where they need to be. I'm sure you saw some of our handiwork last season dispatching the Rangers in the 7 games, and we're just a young team trying to find our way. You can be a crucial piece to bring these boys to the next level, and as long as Mr. Tom Fitzgerald does his job and fills in some of the other holes, namely a goaltender, a couple defensemen, and maybe another couple physical forwards, we are close, Stammer. We are very close to being that team. We are very close. You coming here immediately elevates everything, and it makes all the sense in the world for the Devils to at least try. Again, this past year he got paid. Mr. Stamkos is well set financially, so it's not like I'm suggesting he signs for league minimum, but yeah, he just finished his 8th year of a $68 million deal, 8.5 a year. He had a couple of nice contracts before that. Mr. Stamkos is set for life. Come here on a team friendly. I'm not going to quantify exactly what that means by team friendly, but I think we all know what team friendly is, team friendly. Team friendly. We have a lot of guys here on a team friendly. If you want to be part of a winning culture, a winning atmosphere, you cannot want to milk the franchise for every cent. I know it's easier for me to say as a guy that's not leaving this kind of money on the table, but I like to believe that I know myself, and I do value winning, and I hope that most of these guys do. I think Steven Stamkos would be one of them, where you'll forego some money to put yourself in a chance to lift the cup again. And I think if you're a player of Mr. Stamkos's ilk, New Jersey has to be a very, very desirable location to come because of the pieces we have here, their ages, how long they're here for. We are built to contend with some small tweaks for the next 7-8 years, and not a lot of teams are going to be able to offer that to you. So, Mr. Steven Stamkos, you're officially invited. The New Jersey Devils would love to have you. You would have amazing line mates, obviously some power play time, whatever it is you need, help on and off the ice from the franchise. Immediately elevate this team to a legitimate contender like we should have been this year. And that's kind of it, guys. Let me know your thoughts about the game, the series, Lightning, Panthers. Let me know what you think about Steven Stamkos. But the recruitment has officially begun on my end. It's officially begun. Steven Stamkos here makes all the sense in the world for the New Jersey Devils. And if you're Steven Stamkos, it makes all the sense in the world as well if you're looking for, a change of scenery and something else post-Tampa. Maybe he stays in Tampa, wants to be a lifer there. That's possible. That's an admirable thing. I don't know where his head's at, but I'm just – thinking out loud and conjecturing here. And it seems like the whole Lightning kind of, that whole thing might be broken up now. It pretty much seems like the end. And we'll see where it goes. We will see where it goes. But the Panthers roll on, ending the series, and we're going to have some matchups. We are going to have some amazing matchups. I am super pumped. The second round, some of these second round games, whew. I'm fully expecting, obviously, the Bruins to take care of the Leafs. I don't even know if Austin Matthews is going to play. Toronto is the biggest disaster in the league, possibly, and it couldn't happen to a nicer guy than Steve Dingleberry over there. Total clown. I'm so glad his team's about to be out. But, yeah, Panthers-Bruins is going to be a beautiful one, and Rangers-Carolina, which to me means the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be crazy. Panthers or Bruins versus Rangers or Canes. I mean, that's a great conference final. Great conference final, great cup final. I think this whole thing is going to go down as one of the better years for the NHL, I guess, in terms of money and viewership and whatever else. But this has been a pretty exciting year overall. Kucherov, McDavid both get 100 assists. It's a great story. Not too many other guys in the history of the league. I think it was just, I think Gretzky, Lemieux, and Bobby Orr maybe were the only other guys in history to ever have that. So, you have two of these freaks of nature and Kucherov and McDavid do it in the same season and then top it off with an amazing playoff. The writing's all there, but Steven Stamkos, think about it, man. Tom Fitzgerald, you really think about it, sir. I'm calling him the first day. I don't know. I guess if you can't, it's probably tampering unless you July 1st, whatever it is. I am having my calls out to him the first second we're eligible and lean on some of the guys in the franchise, I think, to put I don't think teams do that enough. I'd be so curious internally how often teams use either current players or legends from the organization. They bring them in as part of like the sales pitch to try to lure a free agent to a destination. I mean, if Stammer's Canadian, like how does he not respect the hell out of Marty Brodeur and somebody else call you up, maybe Patty Eliash, or I'm trying to think any other strong Canadian ties, and then one of the current players, whatever it is, you make a nice little committee of people to talk to them and try to really pump them up to come over. I just don't see how that doesn't work. I think that could be your most effective recruiting tool. I'd be so curious to know. For sure some teams do it. I'd be so curious to know the frequency and how effective it is. But the recruitment should begin. It's happened on my end. Steven Stamkos to New Jersey. Let's make it happen. And yeah, guys, the playoffs has been great. Hit me up in the comments, whatever you want. I'll be back soon. I have something special coming tomorrow. In the minor league realm. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. I have a minor league special on deck. That's all I'm going to say about that. But, yeah, man, what a night in the playoffs. And now I'm going to go watch the other game. But a lot of question marks surrounding Tampa Bay. If you're a Lightning fan, let me know. What do you think? Is Coop safe? Do they move on from Jon Cooper? Does Stammer stay? Any other, miscellaneous pieces might be on their way out? Very curious to see what happens to the team. But it's been a good run from them. And, applause to the Tampa Bay Lightning for a job well done for years. Great franchise. All right, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Until next time, friends, let's go Devils.